notice that in the dark you stop knowing if you are really here? Close your eyes. Not dead exactly, but not here. Inside your head. But really, there is no head. This comforts me. Like, everything that is happening isn't really happening because you are not here. You learn to play tricks like this. You lose track of you, and you lose track of day or night or light itself.
The dark is better when your eyes are closed, because opening your eyes reminds you that it really is dark, and that you are here, and that you are stuck, and then you panic, and that can lead to very dangerous thoughts. No, closing your eyes is better. Go ahead, close your eyes. Maybe you are sleeping because you're so tired. You're always kind of sleeping, and it gets harder to tell when you're awake.
Well, sometimes the whackers come. Can you feel them? And they hurt you, jostle you, no respect for your slumber or the sweetness of your rest.
Being whackers, making bruises. But who could tell? That's one advantage of the dark. You can't see where it hurts. Or maybe you can see. Maybe you can. Can you? Did I tell you I was funny? Or I should say I know how to make it funny. It being the awful, it being the dark. I am a comedian in my own mind. It's like a twitch. That comes, convert to funny. Like breathing. You're probably thinking what could possibly be funny about not breathing. Gulping. Gulping is funny. Just the word gulping. Gulping.
I do not like fish. It made my father nuts. He was a fisherman. I mean, that's funny. The daughter of a fisherman with a phobia about fish. There's a name for it, you know. Ichthyophobia, an irrational fear of fish. My grandmother, who was very psychic, told me she thought something bad had happened to me. Something that had to do with fish. I was frightened by a fish, by a person scaring me with a fish, maybe. My brother, who did wicked things sometimes, he was always scaring me. A slippery fish down the pants, maybe. He was always cutting off the heads with my father and rubbing his bloody, smelly, fishy hands on me, or throwing those awful fish flapping on the boat, gasping for air, flapping here, flapping there. My brother with my father with his bloody hands. Oh God! There is no air! I need air! Give me air! Close your eyes. Go back to the dark. Think about gulping. You're not here. You don't need air if you're not here. But where are you then? Are you in here with me? In my head, maybe? In this container, maybe? Are you here? Big question.
Cut it out, whackers! Cut it out! I'm trying to talk to them! I'm trying to think! Think. Think? I've never been able to think, not ever. You need time to think, and happiness. Yes, happiness allows you to think. I think. But I have not known happy. You say that we're stupid. We're not stupid, just unhappy. Maybe I'm stupid. I got in here, didn't I? I willingly got in here. That was stupid. You think I'm stupid? I never learn. Not learning means you're stupid. Whack! I was caught just like that. Whacker! All of them whackers! Where am I? In my head. A container, maybe. A box. On the road, maybe. Or the ocean. Or is it a train? I forget. I forget a lot now. This is what my brain does, is it keeps erasing things. Only strange pieces remain. Black wings, stars. Blood. Gulping for air. Close your eyes. Go back to the dark. But was I ever really here? What makes you here? Lets you know you're here. House, baby. A family. People watching. A long, deep kiss. A tree that is your friend. Cup of coffee. Milk and 3 sugars. Nice man telling you you're pretty. You seem nice. He did what he told me. I believe what he said. I'm stupid, so stupid. When he came and said I was pretty. When he came, the way he looked at me, I swear he was nice. He smelled nice. He bought me a coffee, milk and 3 sugars. He said I was pretty. They all said that. They said it for themselves. To make themselves feel worthy of a pretty girl, but really they were looking not at me. Well, maybe a few.
He said I reminded him of an ancient queen, even though I was so young. So young. But I have never felt young. You need a beginning to feel young. I was an ancient queen. Hop in, queen, he said. This will be your beginning. What is a beginning and when? Is it a time or a place? I keep chasing it like a drug, jonesing for a beginning. I keep waiting to begin, and that's what he offered. Hop in, and I did. Strange to think that this contraption will be my beginning, but maybe it's a time machine. Maybe we will all blink 3 times and we'll wake up in 300 years and leave this cave, and we'll be clean and have nice sheets and pretty clothes and friends. Maybe we've all been slaves, and we've all been singers, and we've all been whores, and we've all been snake charmers, and we've all forgotten everything. Baby, are you here? Are you sleeping? They told us no babies. They said a baby could get us killed.
You can't control a baby, they said. More dangerous than a bomb. She has been so quiet. Maybe she was drugged, maybe overfed with too much milk, maybe choked to death. We were told not to say a single word. A single word could be our end. At the beginning, she was crying. Stop crying! That's what the girls kept saying after he hit me that first time. If they hear you crying, they will beat you. That's what you said, Mama. Mama! Mama! Stop crying! What did they tell you, Mama? And how much did they give you? I hope it was a lot. I hope it kept you full for a while. And the others? You said it would be a beginning. You said there is nothing for you here, Angel. You were there, Mama. You were there. Baby, are you here? Babies like avocados, soft and sweet and mushy. Did I tell you about the avocados? That we are packed among the avocados. Oh, look! You're here. Oh, you come. You always find me dancing no matter where I am. You always find a way to get in. Do you see them? Such naughty angels. Jokester angels, whore angels, protecting me, protecting all the girls who lost their bodies. Do they come to you? Fill me, whore angels.
vomiting. The avocados, they were too hard. We were all so hungry. Oh God, the smell. I have not told you about the smell. So strong, the worry and shit and piss and blood, and now vomit. Oh, it is so strong. Can you smell it? It requires courage. Even the dark, even closing our eyes, cannot get rid of the stink. It is so bad. Oh well, it could be worse. It could be fish. We could be packed among melting fish. Or sausages. Mr. Sausage, that's what I called him, not to his face, but in my head. Here comes Senor Sausage. He looks like one, all long and skinny. He smelled like onions and meat. He went on and on for days. You know the kind? He was big and thin. He was huge for someone so skinny, almost freakish. It was at the beginning and I was young. Well, a child, really. 12. Hadn't even bled yet. He liked that. A lot of them do. I'm not sure why. Something untouched, something no one else has had. Like a birthday present, all shiny and new. They like to rip it open. But when they shove themselves inside of you, they close their eyes. You're pretty! Their eyes closed. They're seeing someone else, I think, a movie star, maybe. A girl they always wanted but could never get. Fucking her, fucking me. So hard! Sometimes so hard as if they could get to her through me. Fucking pretty, happy her, who is really just invisible me.
Ha! Bang.
Big Mr. Sausage. But I was talking about the beginning. Let me go back to the beginning.
That is funny. Back to the beginning. I sound like some kind of storyteller. Let me go back to the beginning. The first time I vomited, I wasn't prepared for it. This fleshy thing just shoved there into my face, my mouth. Stared at me, coming at me like that. Never seen one before. So rough in my mouth. I just froze. He thought I was stupid. Made him angry. Jerking my head around it. My head a container. Whack. His whacker thing whacking in there. In my mouth. I just vomited stuff his goo right up all over him. But honestly, confession. I am the worst prostitute. I confess this to you. I am no good at it at all. All those years and I am the worst. No skill, no finesse, no tricks up my hooker sleeve. I would ask you to keep this between us. But the sad thing is they don't care if you're good as long as you're 16. The other girls seem to get the hang of it. I could hear them making noises, making adult women who know what they're doing noises. I tried to make a noise once. I sounded like some bird. Like some bird who got shot in mid-flight. The guy stopped because he thought I was sick. After that, I got quiet. Very quiet. They want to believe that you like it, you know? It's not enough that they buy you and do whatever they want with you. You're supposed to like it, too. They're pleasure kings in their own minds. You know, one touch and you're driven wild by them. Don Juans in their imaginations, a wrinkly, pot-bellied 60-year-old, a 16-year-old girl can't resist. to them are just kind of poking at you. Like you're some jellyfish they found on the beach. They want to be in you, but they don't want to be stained by you or infected by you or even remotely connected to you. And it's so weird to have someone literally inside of you who's trying not to be connected to you in any way. And it's even weirder because they need to hear your sound. It's like the bell at the end of a round. They need a marker, a siren, a bell. That way they know they've landed somewhere, made contact, had impact. Because sometimes I think they just need to conquer things. Just stick it in and say, it's mine, I got here first, or they make themselves believe that they did. And then they need to hear you make that sound. They need to make you hear that has been conquered sound. I still have too hard. That stupid sound. I can't do it. I just can't. And this makes them crazy. They want that sound so much. Give it to me!
Oh, baby, I love it. I do. Oh, me with your unwashed thing in my mouth, whacking and whacking with my container. Oh, jolting and smacking till you're hard enough to stick it in my pussy, fast and choppy. Oh, I love it when you grab my hair and jerk my head and don't even look at me. Oh, my pleasure is so deep, I can't even find a sound to express it. But then I got in trouble. A pissed off John told the boss I was a frigid bitch, that I wasn't giving him anything. No, just my body, just my life. They want more. They want your pleasure. I told the boss who owns me, maybe he could fire me. Maybe I was in the wrong line of slavery. He didn't appreciate my humor, and he hit me. He hit me a few times. In the head, in my face. Stupid on his part. The customer doesn't want a beat-up virgin prostitute. It's kind of a contradiction. No, they like them new. They like them young and fresh.
I think it's the baby. Listen. Hi, baby. Don't worry. The avocados have a due date. They mustn't get soft. Seems my whole life is about keeping things from getting soft. Cocks, avocados. Nice avocado. Nice baby. Soft baby. Oh, baby, you sound so sweet. I want to hold you in my arms and rock you. That was all I asked him for. It didn't seem like such a big deal. Can you hold me for 1 minute, Big Daddy? Can't you hold me? Something about it just pissed him off. Bad customer service, I guess. I'm the one who's paying, bitch. I'm the one who makes demands. I'm the one who gets what I want. It made him so angry. He couldn't get it up. It was like I interrupted his flow. Like I became a person who wanted something. And not something he could just fuck. I confused him and he lost it. He made me do a lot of weird things after that, but even then I made it funny. I do that with penises. They're just so funny. Like some crazy instant mushroom life. Well, sometimes instant.
And they aren't all bad. No, I must admit, there was one. He was gentle. A man who was deaf. Oh, a boy. I was his birthday gift from his father, who stayed in the room to watch. The boy was thin and oddly handsome. He was so unsure and embarrassed, like me. I sensed he didn't want to be there. I sensed in his body that he was sorry. I wanted to help him. I wanted him to be a man. His touch, so hesitant, melted me. And when I finally made him hard, his sweet thing entered me. Yes, me. His eyes were open and he was so concerned, looking to see if I was yes. And he couldn't speak, but his eyes kept asking if I was yes. And I cried. This took me by surprise, and he stopped because he thought he was hurting me, and I didn't want to get him in trouble, so I pretended I was coming. I turned my crying into a coming moan, and maybe I was. Maybe this was pleasure. And his father, who had gotten hard from watching, was so proud. So proud he jerked himself off.
You're so quiet. So quiet now. I try to remember their faces, the ones I saw briefly as we gathered outside before they threw us in here. One girl, young girl, thin and brown and frail. Her eyes stayed with me. They had already seen too much, and there was hate. Was it sorrow? Hard to tell. She's been so still. She had a scar. No whimpering, no whining, no snapping even at the whackers. Just so young, so disciplined, and still. Her scar was straight over her eye, like a double eyebrow, like an equal sign. It was to fall from a high place, a tree, a bridge, her skull. Whack, 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 whack,
dancing on the water. So blue and so sparkling. So many light angels dancing on the water. Almost touching them with my hands. In the rusty boat with my handsome father. His dark hair, his green eyes, his crazy laugh. He was funny. I think he taught me how to be funny. It was just us out there on the roguish sea. Just my father and me. And I don't know why I remember, because nothing really happened except that it was kind of everything. We were talking about the blue, what makes the blue. And he explained that when the white light from the sun hits the water, it makes it blue. And the same thing happens with the sky. And I thought it was so magical that something like the bright light from the sun could turn something as big as the ocean or the sky so blue. That's what love does. It's the bright light that makes everything else more beautiful. And right then I loved my father so much, and I could feel his love for me, and everything was this perfect, undying blue. That was before all that followed. Before the man came in at the end of the shift. I was so tired. So many had already passed through that day. It was like he knew. He took his clothes off, slowly, like he was preparing. He had a large mole the shape of a country on his thigh. He had a leather strap. I am going to choke you, he said. I am going to choke you. You will like it. I do not get paid for that, I said. I'm not into that. He said, the customer decides. I pay you, and I decide. And I said, no, I do not get paid to get choked. And then I realized it was all a part of his scene. Ice skating. Him telling me what he was going to do to me, and me telling him no. Making me scared. Beg. I decided not to beg.
I decided to be quiet. He was already choking me, and I was struggling to breathe, and I could feel he was getting aroused, that my fear, my panic was making him hard. He told me to beg, but I didn't, even though being quiet just made him choke me tighter. I struggled and I tried to push him off. He just tightened the strap. He was hurting my throat, and I could feel that his dick was so big and so hard from the choking, and then I saw stars. I saw this endless black horizon and stars. I saw my life. I saw the essence of my life get extinguished so this man could get hard. He choked me tighter and deeper. The dark changed. It was like this universal sea of lava from which we are born. And I was in this sea and of this sea, daughter of this lava dark, and my body suddenly became liquid, spreading all around. And I was huge and burning and much bigger than this prick. And my body suddenly started spreading and burning and enveloping and kicking him and throwing him around, whack, tossing him in the air against the wall. I couldn't stop. I wouldn't stop. I just scratched him, tore him, beat him. I was a demon bird with black liquid wings possessed. And I was laughing. This wild laughing. I tore his eyes and ripped his throat and smashed his ugly face. And it went on, and it was me, and I was it, and it was on. And then it stopped. It's like the energy just ran out. Like that. It was done. And he lay there. Sack of man on bloody bed. And I got up and dressed and wiped the blood. Grabbed his wallet and fled.
No one protects the girl who defends herself. No one helps the girl who doesn't die. I fled and ran for miles and miles. Again, I didn't stop, as if the wings had returned. I remembered there was a place where girls got out. I remembered there was another land where girls are safe. There's a man they paid. There was another country called Asylum. There are bells and towers and jobs and coffees with sugar. That is why I got in. That is why I chose this cage over the cage of being caught. I am going to Asylum. This crazy box is transporting me to Asylum. The angels escorting me to Asylum. There are tall trees and gentle wind and strangers who take you in. Asylum. So quiet now. Hello? Am I here? Where is here? Better not to know. So quiet. Like my father. Like my papa. When they came, not a word. He didn't say a word, just stared a look I had never seen. Say it isn't true, Papa, speak up! Why didn't you speak up, Papa? Why couldn't you tell us the truth? Weren't we worth the truth? Couldn't you give us that? No. Not a word. Just silence. Silence as you stood lifeless and stared out beyond us. You were gone, Papa. Suddenly, this beam of light, this man of blue sea and light and fish and moon, was a slash of shame and dark. Like that. It all changed like that.
Whack. My father is a murderer. My father is involved in crime. And all that money that fed us hurt someone else, and all that made us took someone else's life away. And then the beginning was gone, and I was no longer here, and here was gone, and my father was dead, but not in my heart. The love gets twisted. The love gets tied in knots. The love gets perverted and impossible, and then your love gets perverted and impossible, and then you get lost. And then your mother stops smiling and stops being pretty and stops caring for you or anything.
And you can't get her back no matter how hard you try. And you try all your funny and there's no money and everything starts shrinking. The light and the love and the funny goes away until you're all jammed into one tiny space. Nothing to eat. A hungry box. And it is always dark and you learn to close your eyes. And one day there's strange men at your door, and they have come for you, but nobody told you that they were coming for you, and your mother doesn't look at you, and you keep asking her, where are they taking you? And she keeps telling you, oh, it's gonna be a new beginning, but you don't believe in beginnings. Beginnings are betrayals. And as they drag you away because you are kicking and screaming, you are begging your mother who is there, but no longer there. You are begging and bleeding and screaming, let me go! Let go of me! Let go of my heart! Let me out of this box, this container, this lie, please! Let me out of this lie! You are begging the people who are always watching. I am begging you. Let me out of here.
light. I am a light angel. I am a light-filled container. I am a whore angel, and everything and everyone that enters me becomes light.
Radiant light. Fucking light. You are fucking me, but really you are fucking light. The light is holy.
Light pouring in. How radiant the light. Oh, gracious light. How painful the light. Let me bathe in this light. Oh, you have come for me. Let me soak in this light. You have rewarded me. Let me get up. Please let me get up. Let me move toward the light of asylum.